So let us come to the today's class. We all knows that many chemicals, if you want to produce the large scale, that means in the sense of industrial level, bulk production, if you want to produce like chemicals like chlorine gas, hydrogen gas, soda lime. So that is the first thing we are going to study in our today's class. So soda lime and other things like washing soda, hydrochloric acid, etc., etc. So, what is the common raw material for producing all these many substances on the large scale? So, that is what? What is the raw material? Everybody, sodium chloride. So, the first chemical which are last class I have told you flow chart also. Yes or no? What are the chemicals we can produce? We can produce chlorine gas, we can produce hydrogen gas, we can produce baking soda, washing soda, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide only we can call it as what? Soda lime and hydrochloric acid also. So let us see here now the first one which is producing by using a raw material called as sodium chloride. By using a sodium chloride as a raw material, so that is what we used to call as soda lime. So soda lime only we used to call as what we used to say sodium hydroxide. Okay, everybody. So sodium hydroxide. What is the formula of this? Everybody. NaOH. Clear? So now for production of sodium hydroxide, all of you remember we need a chemical process which we used to call. With the help of electricity, we will do the decomposition. Can you name it? What is that called as? Anyone? The process is known as. We will decomposition reaction. Second type of decomposition. All of you, please.
Electrolytic
decomposition. Nobody knows. Electrolysis. Do you remember that? So electrolysis will take. So electrolysis means what? By passing the current, what will do? All of you. By passing the current, what it will forms? Mitakshri, by passing electricity, compounds will forms into what? Ions. Am I right or wrong? Yes, please. Forms the ions. So when it will conduct electricity, only if it will forms the what? Only if it forms the ions. Then only it is called as electrolyte. Remember or not? Electrolytes and non-electrolytes. Everybody? Electrolytes and non-electrolytes. So who can form the ions? They are actually what? Electrolytes. Who does not form the ions? They are called as what?
Non-electrolyte.
If you take for example hydrochloric acid solution, it is electrolyte or non-electrolyte? It is the electrolyte. We studied properties of acids. All the acids are good connector of electricity. But every acids, what is the common substance present? All the acids, who is the common thing present? H plus ions. Yes or no? But every H plus ion containing substance is the good conductors. For example, if you take sugar solution, alcohol and all, is there good conductors of electricity? No.
No, sir.
Even though they have a hydrogen, but they cannot form the what? They cannot form the ions when the electricity is passed through them. That is why they are called as what? Like sugar solution, we used to call as non-electrolyte. We studied or not? In this chapter only we studied while we are studying the properties of common thing present in the acids. Am I right? Others? Yeah. So same way, if here, so for production of sodium hydroxide also we can call it as what? Everybody? We used to call it as soda lime. Also remember, this sodium hydroxide we used to call it as the commonly known as the common name. Very, very important. Commonly known as what we used to call? Anyone?
Caustic soda.
The common name of sodium hydroxide is caustic soda. So, sodium hydroxide, if I have taken, let me consider how it will take. So, sodium hydroxide, basically, we used to consider as is a base or acid. First, the thing. Everybody fastly, acid or base?
Yes.
Second,
Base.
strong base or weak base?
Strong base.
Very good. That is what. So, first, what is our first target? Decide either it is acid or base. Second target, stronger, weaker. So it is a strong and water soluble. So that is why water soluble base, what we used to call? Everybody.
Alkali.
We used to call it as alkali. So sodium hydroxide is the example of strong alkali, which is commonly known as, what is the commonly known as? Everybody?
Caustic soda.
So If you want to produce or if you want to manufacture this sodium hydroxide in a large scale, means extremely more quantity, then it is used by the industrial process name called as chlor-alkali process. We will discuss it. What is that? So very, very important thing. Production of sodium hydroxide or caustic soda, we used to called as, what is the name of the process? Manufacturing process. Everybody. Manufacturing process we used to called as what? Yes, please. Manufactured process we used to known as, what is the name, Amma? Yes, please.
Alkali process.
Yeah, by the process of chlor-alkali process. Clear? So now, sir, in this thing, what we will do, sir? Very simple. Keep it in mind. For example, I will take 100 ml of water. How many ml of water? All of you? 100 ml of 100 ml of water. Okay. I will add 10 grams of sugar. Is it will dissolve or not? Everyone? Is it will dissolve
Yes,
or not? Yes. Others? Everybody? Am I right or wrong? Is it will dissolve or not? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
10 become add into 20. 20 become 30. 30 become 40. Like that, if I keep on adding more and more salt, the solution turns into more saltier, less saltier. If I add more amount of salt in the water, everybody,
More salty.
more salty it will turn. So when I dissolve more amount of salt in water, that salt solution we used to call as brain solution. What we used to call, everybody? We used to call as brain solution. Means in the sense of high concentration of salt. High concentration of salt. So to production of chlor-alkali process, for production of caustic soda or sodium hydroxide, we have to take the electrolyte. Who is our electrolyte, everyone? Who is our
Brain
electrolyte?
solution.
You have to involve.
Brain
Again, I'm
solution.
saying you. Brain solution, or simply we can say brain. So what do you mean by brain, everyone? It is the
Brain
same solution.
concentration.
What is the solution? Understanding. Sodium chloride solution only, but high concentration or low concentration? Everybody. Extremely high concentration. Clear? So sodium chloride solution only, but concentration of sodium chloride is more or less? More. Understand, Amma? That is what. So who is our electrolyte? Who is our electrolyte?
Brain solution.
Brain solution. Okay? Or sodium chloride solution. Others don't have mouth. Everybody dumb fellows, you people. Now, so if I process the electricity, I will notice it as we take the sodium chloride, which is aqueous state, understanding? So if I add more amount of water, that is what dissolved in water. So if I pass the electric current, okay, so here we will obtain the three products. One is sodium hydroxide, which is in aqueous state, plus we'll obtain the chlorine gas, plus we'll obtain the hydrogen gas. So this is the only equation we used to call it as production of caustic soda or production of soda lime or production of sodium hydroxide, or simply they will ask you chlor-alkali process. Everything is the same equation. So this equation only we used to call it as what? All of you? Chlor-alkali process. Yeah. Sir, why, sir, we used to call it as chlor-alkali process? Reason is, so as we know, if you notice it, due to the formation of sodium hydroxide and chlorine together, we are getting sodium hydroxide also in this and chlorine also in this. Along with that, we are getting here what? Hydrogen also. Am I right or wrong, everybody? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
So as we are getting two things together, one is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a what? Alkali. Am I right or wrong, everyone? Yes. And chlorine gas also coming. So due to the formation of sodium hydroxide and chlorine gas together we are getting, of course, along with that we are getting one more thing. What is that?
Hydrogen gas.
Okay.
Yes.
Together this process is called? Why is to called? What is the process called as? Chlor
Alkali process.
alkali process. Ellame purima. Chlor means what? You might understand. Chlor means
Chlorine. Yes.
Chlorine.
chlorine gas. Understanding? Alkali means what is alkali?
NaOH.
NaOH. Now you can see that from this again we can produce the HCl. Can anybody tell me how to produce the HCl by using the same products? Any one of you? We are getting two gases. What is that? All of you. Chlorine gas
Hydrogen and
plus hydrogen gas. They will combine together. So what will happen? Mitakshree?
Chloric acid.
We're getting hydrogen chloride gas. This gas, if you condensate, we'll get what? Condensate.
Hydrogen
Get
acid.
hydrogen chloride only. But what is the physical state?
liquid.
Liquid state.
If dissolve in water, what will happen?
Hydrochloric.
We will form the hydrochloric acid. Purima, ellame understand? Clear? But this is called as what? Hydrochloric acid or hydrogen chloride gas? Everybody.
Hydrogen
Hydrogen
chloride.
chloride.
Hydrogen chloride. Okay. So for production of hydrogen chloride also, they will use the same thing. So write it. The chlorine and hydrogen can combine together. Chlorine and hydrogen combine together and will produce hydrogen chloride gas. And produces hydrogen chloride gas. Somebody call to Omar. I want to know what is the reason. Omar, are you there in meeting? Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm seeing you. Please speak. Yeah, completed everybody. So this is what. Have you understand why it is called as chloralkali process? What is the reason behind chloralkali process? Because what is happening? Respond, Ra. Why is it called as chloralkali process? Because
due to the formation of
we are getting
NaOH,
the at a time we are getting the two things. What is that? One is sodium hydroxide and another one is chlorine gas. As we are getting the formation of together they are coming. That is the reason it is called as chloralkali process. Sarya? Ellame okay?
Yes, sir.
Understand? No. So let us discuss this process. As we know, what is the process to produce the sodium hydroxide? Everybody, what is the name of the process?
Chloralkali process.
Chloralkali process means in the sense of basically what is that process? Generally, if you speak chemistry, it is a
Electrolysis.
process. So who is the electrolyte in chloralkali process? Everybody?
Brain
Chloralkali
solution.
process.
Brain
Electrolyte.
solution.
Brain solution. What do you mean by brain? Everyone? Yes,
Icon
please.
solution.
Solution means what?
Sodium chloride.
Yeah, a sodium chloride solution only, but high concentration. Purima, Hellame understand? Arun, Johan, Mr. Jivitesh. Okay, now. So we all knows that we are very familiar with the electrolysis process. So electrolysis process means what? We are having electrolyte container and two rods. That is what electrodes. Yes or no? All of you. And we will connect to the battery. One is positive, another one is negative. Am I right or wrong? Everyone? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, whatever the positive node is connected, then that will turns into what electrode? That is called as what electrode, guys?
Anode.
Anode. Very good. Understand? And negative is connected. So that is called as what? All of you.
Cathode.
Now,
Cathode.
at cathode, we will get the cations or anions. We will get the
Cations.
Cations are what charge? Positive charge.
Positive charge.
And anions will come at the anode. So anions is what charge? Everybody,
Negative charge.
Negative charge.
all of you remember, anode is the electrode. Electrodes does not have any charge. How we will decide? Based upon the battery nodes. If I connect battery nodes, this side positive, this is anode. This side positive, this is anode. Am I right or wrong? Everyone, that is what. So anode and anode anions will come. Anode is positive charge, but anions is what? All of you. Anions are negative charge. Next, cathode is a what charge? Cathode is negative charge, but cations is what? Everyone. Cations. So cations always moves towards to the cathode, and anions always move towards to the what? Anode. So from your observation, you can tell me. Now, let me see who will say first. at the cathode, I will obtain what gas? And at the anode, what gas I will obtain? That is what my question to you. We are getting two gases. One is chlorine gas, another one is hydrogen gas. So at the anode, what gas I will obtain? At the cathode, what gas I will? Fastly.
Cathode hydrogen.
Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen gas where? Everybody. Cathode, anode.
Cathodes.
Cathode.
Understanding? So at cathode, what gas will come? Everybody.
Hydrogen gas.
Yes, that is what. So
Hydrogen gas.
hydrogen gas, you should see that is what. When your observation, it is easy to study. Hydrogen gas is produced at where, guys? Produced at cathode. Understanding? Why? Because cathode is negative charge. So, but hydrogen ions are what? Positive charge or negative charge? Hydrogen.
Positive charge.
Positive. So it will attract. And at anode, who will produce? Everybody.
Chlorine gas.
Chlorine gas. Understanding? So chlorine gas is produced. Mr. Rohit, are you there in meeting? Produced at anode or cathode? Anode. Why? Anode is positive charge, but chlorine ions is what? Negative charge or positive charge?
Negative charge.
Negative charge. That is what you have to remember. Any doubt for anybody, you can ask me. Understand, Abhirami, Hasini, Mr. Pugal?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, call to that Rohit, idiot fellow, where he is. Somebody call him. Make it quick. Do you understand, Mr. Omar? I am calling you only, but no response. Sleeping or still? Do it quick now. Mr. Jivitej, understand, Vijay? Aswin Gokul? That is what.
Yes, sir.
So, let us see that exact process. So, this process only we used to call as. What process we used to say? This entire process is known as electrolysis.
Electrolyte.
Correct? So, now book also they have given one figure. You can notice it. That will be more clear. And you can notice everywhere we are having a users also. I will teach you that also. So, no worries about it. So, now if you notice it, all of you. So, we are having a many applications of each and every product of this. So what are the three products in chloralkali process? Everyone speak. What is the three products in chloralkali process?
Sodium hydroxide.
Sodium hydroxide. That is what we used to say. Next what? Chlorine gas and as well as hydrogen gas. Understood now? You can see this is the electrolyte container. So what is the name of the process? This production process only we used to called as chloralkali.
Chloralkali
Now you
process.
can notice it. So the brain is in. You notice it here. Brain means what? Concentrated sodium chloride solution. Am I right or wrong? Everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it will pass us through that. I connected to the electricity. So now here see, battery positive node is connected here. So this electrode is a what? Anode or cathode? All of you. This electrode is the anode. Understanding? So here anode is a positive charge. So which gas will collect here? Chlorine gas or hydrogen gas? Everyone
Chlorine.
will collect the chlorine gas. Everybody observe at anode. What gas will come? Everyone?
Chlorine gas.
Chlorine gas. Next. Here see, negative node is connected. So that this is called as what? Everybody. Which is known as?
Cathode.
Yes. Cathode. Clear? So cathode, what gas will connect? Everybody.
Hydrogen gas.
Hydrogen gas.
Understanding? Now, your duty is, you should understand here, learn the uses of each and everything. Fuels. Hydrogen gas, we can use it as a fuels. Hydrogen gas, we can use it as a margarine. Hydrogen gas, we can use it in production of ammonia for fertilizers. This is the uses of hydrogen gas. List it. Very, very important. Next, water treatment, chlorine gas. We all know, sir, chlorine gas, we can use it as a disinfectant. Am I right or wrong?
Yes,
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Disinfectant. Okay. So killing the bacteria and all. Disinfecting agent. Next, cleaning the swimming pools. Next, PVC. Disinfectants. That is what we can say. Next, CFC. Carbon, chlorofluorocarbons. Next, pesticides. So this is all importance of chlorine gas. Uses of chlorine gas. Please learn. Understand? Very, very important. Same way. Brain containing. Again, the brain solution will come here. So this brain solution only containing what solution? Also it contains what? Yes, please. Also it contains what? Brain solution only containing the our product, main product. What is the main product?
Sodium hydroxide.
Sodium hydroxide. Understanding? Called as soda lime, or we can say caustic soda. So which is coming here, it is coming along with the brain solution. This brain solution only containing the sodium hydroxide. We have to go for separation again. So this sodium hydroxide we can use it in degreasing metals, soaps and detergents manufacturing, paper making and artificial fibers. So this all the places we are having this importance. Clear everybody? All of you? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what
Yes,
you have
sir.
to remember. Okay, so manufacturing soap and detergents will use. It is used in the manufacturing of textile industries. That is what, where it is not even mentioned. Yeah, you can mention that also. So textile industries, we can use it. Manufacturing of paper, we can use it. Detergents, we can use it. Next, cleaning of metal surface or oil refinery. This is what we used to use. Main importance. Degreasing the metals means in the sense of cleaning the metal surface and oil refineries. That is what metal surface cleaning and as well as oil refining. Oil refining, we will use it. Next, it is used in refining of bauxite mainly. Of course, using in manufacturing of artificial fibers, mainly refining of, next chapter we'll study, refining of bauxite ore. So bauxite is the ore of aluminium. What is that? Bauxite is the everybody? Ore of aluminium. Okay.
Yeah.
So refining of bauxite by chemical separation, we will use this sodium hydroxide. So these many uses we have for sodium hydroxide. So I hope you all understand this diagram. Entire diagram, it is must be there in our mind. Each and everything is very, very important. Okay, guys, please respond. Everybody. Any doubt anyone can ask. Understood? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is what. So now each and everyone, you remember that importance of each gas you have to learn. Chlorine gas uses, hydrogen gas uses. Of course, hydrogen gas we are studying from the beginning, and as well as sodium hydroxide. Now, I will list some properties of sodium hydroxide. Fastly, people note down. Very, very important. Write it. Sodium hydroxide is a white deliquescent compound. White deliquescent compound. White deliquescent compound. Yesterday I have told you another word, hygroscopic. Remember, Mitakshri? Hygroscopic. Yes? Hygroscopic
Yes, sir.
salt. Yesterday I have told you or not? Check it, everybody notebook.
Yes, sir.
Hygroscopic salt. Like that. This
Yes,
is the deliquescent salt. What is that? Deliquescent salts. Means like it will absorb the moisture and it will dissolve with the water. That is what, like it will dissolve also. That is what we used to call as deliquescent. It is the deliquescent. It is the deliquescent compound. Next, highly soluble in water. Highly soluble in water. Properties of this one. Highly soluble. Highly soluble in water. Next, high melting point and boiling point. High melting point and boiling point. Highly corrosive in nature, because strong base or weak base are everybody.
Strong base.
Strong,
Remember,
okay.
everybody keep it in mind. How dangerous the strong acid, same as the base also. Strong base and strong acid, both are the very dangerous thing. Is it okay, everyone? Clear? Understanding? That is what. Next, it is the conductor of electricity or bad conductor of electricity, everyone. It is the conductor of electricity. When it is in solid state or molten state. Yes, please. Conductor of electricity only in two states. Understanding? When it is in dissolved form. One is in aqueous state. Another one is what? Aqueous state or molten state or in molten state. In molten state. What do you mean by molten? First chapter also I told you. What do you mean by molten state? Melted. Understand, Amma? Dissolved. Aqueous means dissolved in where? All of you. Aqueous
Water.
means
Water.
AQUEOS. Aqueous solution means dissolved in what? Dissolved in water. Okay. Molten state means melted into what? From solid to liquid by melting. Is it okay, everybody? Please respond, guys. All of you? That is what
Yes,
you have
sir.
to do. Any doubt, anyone can ask. Clear, Mr. Noor? Google?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, next. This
Yes,
is
sir.
what about it. Next. You might be studied Vanaspati ghee. If you go to the Janapriya or anywhere in our near to shop, have you heard it about the ghee, Vanaspati ghee, or we used to say called as dalda? Have you checked it? Dalda? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So for manufacturing of dalda, we will use this one. That is what we will say emulsifying fat. Emulsify the fat and oil in water. Oil in water, we will use this sodium hydroxide. That is the property. It can emulsify. It can emulsify the fat and oil in water. So this is the properties of sodium hydroxide and uses of sodium hydroxide. You have to add it everything. Metal surface, that is what degreasing the metal surface and oil refinings, soaps and detergent manufacturing, paper making and artificial fibers, and as well as refining of what? Refining of bauxite ore from where, guys? Sorry, bauxite ore. Actually, what we are extracting? Bauxite ore is a what? Ore of
Aluminum.
ore of aluminum. Next, chlorine gas. So we are having plenty of uses of chlorine gas. We are using chlorine gas for what? Sterile the drinking water supply. That is only we used to call as what? Water treatment and swimming pools we can use because chlorine is a what reason? Main reason why we are using chlorine for swimming pools and all because it is a disinfectant. It will kills what? Kills germs like bacteria, understanding, or whatever XYZ present in the water and make it safe for us. Next, it is used in mainly. Now, next we'll get it. Actually, the next compound, if you see, what is the next compound, everyone? What is the next
Bleaching
compound?
powder.
Bleaching powder. So, bleaching powder, what is the one of the raw material? Verify here. What is the raw material?
Chlorine.
Chlorine. So, chlorine, we can use it in what? Production of, list it. Production of what? Note it in our notebook.
Bleaching
Production
powder.
of, yes, please. Bleaching powder.
Bleaching powder.
Next. We are producing chlorine gas and hydrogen gas is combining. We are getting something. What is that? Already I taught you. Everybody. We are getting the hydrogen chloride gas. Am I right or wrong? So for production of what? Production of
Hydrochloric acid.
hydrochloric acid, or we can say, hydrogen chloride, ever size. Hydrochloric acid. Next. You can see chlorine is used to make the plastics. What is the plastics we can make? We can make the PVC and we can make the pesticides. We can make the chlorofluorocarbons. And you might be noticed. How many of you heard a word called as chloroform? Have you heard about chloroform? Anesthesia. Those who watched the movie called as that gorilla movie. What is that name, bro? Chimpanzee, the big size chimpanzee. They will use to trap it. They will use that. You might be notice it in Hollywood movies. They will use. Yeah, for production of chloroform. 4th chapter will study the formula also for chloroform. Remember that chloroform is also hydrocarbon. Chloroform, carbon tetrachloride, CCl4. Okay, and paints and dyes. Dye means what? What do you mean by dye? Colors. Okay. So for producing dyes, stuffs, this all the things they will use this one. Okay. Next, mainly for dry cleaning. That is what chlorine is used to making the solvents, dry cleaning solvents. How many of you know dry cleaning? Normal washing and dry cleaning. Theriyuma? Tenara? No response. That is what.
Yes,
so used for making solvents for dry cleaning. Solvents for dry cleaning. So what is the solvent name? For example, trichloroethane. Trichloroethane. Write it. So these many uses of chlorine gas we have. Anything they can ask you in the exam. You have to be ready for that. Priyama, everybody understood? Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Write it. Clear, everybody? trichloroethane. Is it okay? Harish?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you want, you can write the formula also. Trichloroethane C2H3Cl3. C2H3Cl3. Okay. Or you can write CH3CCl3. Both are same. CH3CCl3 or C2H3. So these many uses of chlorine gas. Next, hydrogen gas. So hydrogen mainly we can use. Fuels we can use. Next one, margarine. So this is only actually margarine means, that's why I said if you go to Janapriya, you might be see solid ghee. Solid ghee we used to call something. Can you tell me local language what we used to say, Harish? Vegetable ghee, solid ghee, vanaspati ghee we used to call. Have you checked it, everybody? Please respond. So that is only we used to call as vegetable ghee. Okay, this is actually a saturated fat, very, very dangerous for our body. Fourth chapter we will study this entire process. Okay, so vegetable ghee, for production of vegetable ghee, they will use what? Everyone, they will use the what gas, ma? Hydrogen gas. Clear? Hydrogen gas, they will use it. Now, sir, now itself I am very curious to learn this. If you want, go to carbonates compound chapter, fourth chapter, all of you open. See that they use a word called as margarine. How many of you know the meaning of margarine before? You people don't know. Am I right? I want response. Yes, please. Because margarine is the very rare word, we will use it in our daily life. We will use a word called as basically vanaspati ghee or solid ghee we used to say, or we can say vegetable ghee. Okay, so please remember that process name called as process of vegetable ghee we used to called as hydrogenation of oils. What is to call, everybody? Hydrogenation of oils. Okay, fourth chapter we'll get it. So fourth chapter, all of you open page number 71. I think it is an old book. New book also, if you open it, you might be find it addition reaction. All of you check it, everybody, and let me know what is the page number fastly, Harish.
Yes, sir. Addition reaction.
Yeah, addition reaction. Have you checked it here? There, nickel as a catalyst and hydrogen is under the arrow. You might be check it, everybody. All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nickel is in up. Nickel is the catalyst, and down they are putting the hydrogen gas. How many of you found it? What is the page number? Page number 71. Am I correct? Old book also. I think chemistry no changes. So that is only called as actually hydrogenation of oils. What is to call? That process is called as vegetable oils. You might be check it there. Vegetable oils are generally have long unsaturated carbon chains, while animal fat have saturated carbon chains. They mentioned it. So you can see there, unsaturated hydrocarbons add hydrogen in the presence of catalysts such as palladium and nickel to give saturated hydrocarbons. So that saturated hydrocarbon only, saturated fats or saturated hydrocarbons only we used to called as, what is the name of that? Saturated hydrocarbons we used to called as, respond ra, margarine, or we can say vegetable ghee. Okay, all of you remember vegetable ghee, or we can say solid ghee. Everything is same. So that reaction we'll get in fourth chapter. Now we are having a use of it. So hydrogen is used for hydrogenation of oils. What is the hydrogenation of oils? Formation of margarine. Formation of margarine. Ellame puriyuma? Yes, please. Next, as it hydrogen is one of the important raw material for production of nitrogenous like fertilizers, all ammonia fertilizers. Because what is the formula of ammonia? NH3. So for production of ammonia nitrites and nitrates, we will use this one. That is what for fertilizers. Next, making methanol. Chapter 1, we got the methanol formula. Anybody can tell me what is the methanol formula? Methanol. CH3. CH3, CH, OH. Methanol. OH. Yeah, methyl alcohol. Remember, everybody? Methyl alcohol. Page number 8, I think. Am I correct? You should be, you tell me before. That is what is necessary. Yes, page number 5. Everybody check it. Page number 5. Verify it. For production of methyl alcohol or methanol, we are using hydrogen or not? Raw material. Verify the equation. Carbon monoxide gas will reacting with the hydrogen gas, which will form even at 340 atms. That pressure also I told you 340 atms and 3 degrees Celsius, I think. So we are getting CH3OH. This is only we can modify it as CH4O. Mitaksari, you asked me this. Do you remember practicing time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is what. So even here we lose some catalyst also. What is the catalyst I told? Anybody? Fastly. Mixed
Zinc
catalyst.
oxide, sodium oxide.
Zinc oxide plus